This brings, I think, a wonderful 3 days to an end, and I think um, the the message that comes to my mind is that really ALD Connect is all of you, right? I mean, this is not an organization that is setting the roadmap without understanding what matters to you. And so I think, as we have in our patient portal, the one survey called "What Matters to You, the Patient," I think we also want to extend that to all the stakeholders in the field. So I think the fastest progress we can make is by understanding what is important to every stakeholder here in the field. What is it that every company, every investigator, every patient, every advocacy organization cares about most deeply and wants to make the fastest progress in? And if we can enable that, then we are really going to get the wheels rolling. And I think that's the most practical and opportunistic, in a good sense, way of making a change, right? And so help us do that by expressing your passion to us, okay? And tell us what is it that you care about most, and where can we really align everything and make all those wheels of the different work groups start to move and roll faster and faster. So you'll hear a lot more in the coming weeks about our plans for the next year. We're going to have a first industry advisory council in December. We're going to have meetings coming up in February. Maybe Ali, you want to announce the meeting you're going to have in February at the Kennedy Krieger Institute, and a microphone, a kingdom for a microphone. And we're also going to, at the American Academy of Neurology, not only have abstracts, but we plan to also have an investigator meeting around that conference, where we bring neurologists together who see AMN patients, who see ALD patients, or have see hereditary spastic paraplegia, which is actually a misdiagnosis and should be an AMN patient, right? So I think we want to harness all the specialties to make progress and help our data collection and knowledge of ALD grow. So, Ali?
Yeah, so you heard yesterday from Adeline Van der Weer about the GLIA consortium, which is attempting to tackle all leukodystrophies. And so as a task force of this consortium, one of the task forces that was established was one called Emerging and Translational Biology of leukodystrophies. And it really came out of a drive that when she submitted about, I think, 2 years ago, a grant application where we wanted to get funding for this big, very, very big consortium. One of the problems the review noted was that there was this group of basic researchers looking at gene discovery and some basic mechanism of therapy, and then there was all these clinical people who wanted to do longitudinal natural history data, and they felt that there wasn't enough of a translational component to it. So what we're trying to do is basically set up a meeting where we can discuss what are the aim of that meeting is really three things. One is to bring people together who work on that translational aspect, whether it's a high throughput screening, whether it's on the disease discovery, on the functional genomic aspect, or on further advanced therapeutic modalities, to bring them all into the room. And even if there is a person from Duke and then the person from Queensland, Australia, hitting off there and then decide to do something together, that would be a good objective for us that we have achieved. The second thing is to hopefully then be able to, through these 2 days of discussion, come up with a bit more of an idea what are really the aspects that are needed to translate therapeutics into the clinical trial. So it will be on February 4th and the 5th in Baltimore, and there will be more coming out in terms of details about the attendance soon. And we are also really very much hoping that we're going to have very active industry participation there. And so that's why it's so important that we had this meeting yesterday, where, was it yesterday or the day before, where you all were sitting there in the front. And that was a very unique experience for us, I think, in this field. And I hope that we're going to have a similar experience there where we can continue that conversation.
And Ali has promised to hijack FDA people and
yes,
Hopkins scientists and academics and convert everybody to leukodystrophy the leukodystrophy world. So,
yeah, I live about 4 miles from the orphan drug office. So,
so if people are disappearing there, you go ask Ali. So. Okay. The travel is safe. Thank you.